and welcome to this video in which I'll be reacting to Belgium's song for Eurovision 2024, Before the Party's Over by Mustii.
A disclaimer. I hadn't addressed this before because I had hoped that the EBU would come to the correct decision by now, but since they have not, I do need to address it myself. Israel should not be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2024. If Russia hadn't been banned in 2022, maybe we'd be having a different conversation right now, and on a personal note, maybe Eurovision wouldn't have become such an important part of my life, but this is the reality that we are living in, so this is the conversation that we are having. Regardless of what you think of the current atrocities happening in Gaza, intentionally cutting off other people's access to food, water, and electricity is abhorrent, not to mention the act of killing. If you think governments and broadcasters should be considered as separate entities, consider the situation with Russia again. There is a video explaining why Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate linked in the description, and the creator also calls to action about what you can do yourself. Please watch that video and do something. Further resources are also listed as and when they become relevant. I'll stop talking about this when it stops being relevant.
I am so excited for this song. I'm not going to lie, I could not wait until the evening when I'm filming this, and I did watch it as it premiered. Partially I'm so excited because Mustii seems really cool, and secondly I'm really excited because technically I can say I've sung in the song. I haven't had an official confirmation that I have, but I've also not seen anyone else receive that, so I'm going to go ahead and assume he used everything he got unless some kind of algorithm decided it doesn't sound like the song at all. So I'm going to go ahead and say I've sung on this song. Whether or not that is definitely true, I do not know, but I am going to go ahead and assume that it is until I find out for sure that it's not. So I have seen it already, but I'm not usually a toe tapper, and my feet do manage to kind of stay still most of the time, but my foot has been basically shaking the whole day, going up and down, just in anticipation of hearing the song again, and I absolutely cannot wait now even more for when all the songs are released, because I'm gonna love listening to this over and over again. But I'm very excited, especially since this was the first artist that was announced on the 30th of August, so we've been waiting for almost 6 months for this song, just a few days shy. I'll get into the rest of my thoughts after I've reacted to the music video right now. I love this circle of microphones and the good lighting, golden lighting, and then the golden glitter. I think it's very interesting that he's doing this and Raven also did silver body paint. And it does start kind of normally, but he's going to be the one who draws you in. On the night of the grand final, he's going to be drawing you in to watch the performance, because he is a performer. I love these twinkling in the background. Lovely, lovely. These aren't the most earth-shattering lyrics, but they work. And this shot, I imagine, was so hard to film. I've tried to film some basic stuff and it just wasn't going well, so very cool shots. This outfit though is a choice. I'm not a fan of this one though. And then the second chorus has even more instruments in it. It has even more of a kick than the first chorus. You can really feel the song building. There's obviously a violin in there. And these nice tableaus. And this passion while singing the bridge bit slash background to the chorus at the end. I love that he goes before the party's over, just with full passion instead of I'm gonna raise roofs tonight. And I'm just assuming that I am singing in the background right now. I don't know for 1000%, but I will say that until I find out otherwise, so... Yes, Robin. And that he doesn't sing the last note, but the choir does. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, hey, hey. So, I'll cut to the chase. I have put this down as my number one. It's beat Limon, finally! The first artist announced has beaten the first song released. I love it. I really do. I fully, 1000% with all my heart, believe this has potential to win Eurovision 2024. I don't know that I'd place money on it yet because we haven't got all the songs out, and, you know, staging in Malmö might be a bit different than this conceptual golden music video. But having a golden music video is a bit of a flex. Like, can you imagine if Belgium does actually win and Slovenia comes second? And their body paint predicted what places they got. I really doubt that will happen. Not least of all because while I love Veronica and Raven is a great artist, I'm not convinced it can get second with everyone else it's competing with. Love to be proven wrong though. Listen, Mustii seems just like a great performer, and like he's the right amount of, I say this with love, unhinged to really pull this performance off in Malmö. I haven't seen much of his other stuff because I'm trying not to get really invested in the performers before all the songs are released, to not cloud my judgment, but he does just seem cool. I think the choir at the end was a bit quiet. I'm hoping it can be a bit louder in Malmö or on the final CD version of the song. That would be nice. And obviously, yes, it has been stuck in my head. Not really the verses so much, but Before the Party's Over and also the I Got a Soul on Fire, I'm gonna make moose tonight, I got a soul on fire, I'm gonna raise a roost tonight, because I sang that a couple weeks back for the song, theoretically. Why do I think it could win? Because while it's got a slight dark twist to it, ultimately it's a pretty basic but powerful pop ballad, which is, in recent years, I would argue the most popular winning style of song, with Duncan Lawrence and Loreen. Could maybe group Stephanie in there, but that's more original. But like if Spaceman had one that's in a similar vein, it'll take quite a lot to dethrone this. I'm a little sad that it's exclusively in English, but what can you do? But the song's great. I can see this performer being great, and obviously I think staging will change it. I'm not 1000% convinced that it will stay my number one for the entire season. There isn't really a rocky group yet other than Gotta, and I don't love the Italian song. I do like it. It's not in my top 3. I doubt it will be. There's not really loads of chances left for a rocky thing, so it could stay my number one, but I'm not convinced that it will because it's not in a native language. San Marino happening on Saturday, and they could have a rock thing, but to be honest I wouldn't mind Loredana Bertè with Pazza, because then she'll have competed with the same song in both Sanremo and Una Voce per San Marino, and if she wins Una Voce per San Marino, then at least her hair colour matches the flag. It has debuted as number 5 on my Eurovision scoreboard. I'm pretty excited about this entry for Belgium. It'd be their first win since 1986. So in 38 years, completely different Eurovision landscape back then. It'd be interesting to have Belgium win because they have the 2 broadcasters swapping, and if one of them wins then there's pressure on the next one, who's theoretically hosting for the other. That would be weird if Belgium did win, because this other broadcaster would be hosting for the first one, who actually did the winning. I am 1000% here for Brussels 2025. There are also some news today that basically nobody will be able to watch the rehearsals until the 4th of May or the 5th of May. So that's interesting, and it makes me worried what we're gonna see. TikTok isn't an official sponsor anymore, so hopefully we'll be able to see it everywhere. But yeah, it'll be a while before accredited press gets to see the rehearsals. For right now, it is my number one. And maybe it is just psychological tricks because I think I've sung in the song, so I obviously feel obliged to like it more than I otherwise would have done. But I don't think it's entirely that. I think it is actually my favourite song of the season so far. So I'm pretty excited about that. And it's the 20th song being released on the 20th of February. I guess Poland also had that 19th song being released on the 19th of February. But honestly, I know that people are saying Ukraine is in it for the win, maybe Norway, and I kind of get it. And wouldn't it be so fun if either France or Belgium did win? Because France, they've just had a string of stuff, right? Like Olympics, Rugby World Cup, winning Junior Eurovision over and over again. But it's actually being hosted in Spain this year. But if France won, then the first song to be released would win. And if Belgium won, then the first artist to be announced would win. So I think both of those would be fun options. But obviously, the best song should win. Whether that actually happens every year at Eurovision is debatable. In my opinion, unlikely. But I really enjoy listening to and exploring all of these songs and just having fun across the season with these new artists and these new songs and learning a bit more about everyone's culture. Alright, before I ramble on about this song for half an hour or so, I'll be wrapping it up here because I said the main things, which is I love it and it's my #1, and I'm so excited for the stage show because Mustii seems like a great artist. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that you got something out of it. I will see you in the next one when that shows up on your feed. Bye! Robin had just stolen my earphone. I don't got it anymore. I took it. Picked it up because it's mine. These aren't your earphones. They're mine. Thank you.